You are watching Inside the Huddle, presented by Community Coffee. I'm Emily Dixon, and this week we are joined with wide receiver Jaray Jenkins, who caught the game-winning touchdown versus Arkansas last weekend. So Jaray, take us through that last play. What did you see on the final drive leading up to your big catch on TJ Findley's touchdown?
I just seen, I knew the route I had, I guess, and I knew there was gonna be a drop 8. They rushing 3, and when I seen a drop 8, and TJ rolled to my side, and I seen an open field it was to my right, and I just ran there. He seen me.
This team showed a lot of fight up in Arkansas, going on the road, buckling in, coming home with the win. So what kind of confidence boost does that give y'all going into this next wave of games?
Yeah, I know Arkansas, we know how they was, and we know how Texas A&M come out. We've been there before, and it was a wild game, and we just don't want it to be like that, but if it is, we know we gotta come out with the victory.
You burst on the scene this season with a big Game 1 performance, and then now you rank second on the team for wide receivers in catches and yards. So what were some of the things you took away from the guys ahead of you that helped you elevate your game into the sophomore season?
I say the work ethic, route running, catching ball in traffic, and just staying humble. Like I said, I learned a lot from Jets, Jamar, and even Terrence. You know, it's just what they brought to the table, and I soaked it all in when I played behind them, and now they're gone. Now I feel like it's my turn.
Well, that elevated game has given you a lot of airtime, and that's a lot of pub for the hometown. So what's the response been like in Gina, Louisiana, as you're making these big plays, and I know the whole community has been watching your career?
Oh yeah, it's been crazy. Phone been blowing up, and and they all support me, and I can't thank them enough, and I feel like they just gonna keep doing it, and I'm glad they behind me. And I know that I have a strong support system.
Okay, trying the quarterback position, Miles Brennan injured after 3 games, and TJ Findley comes in and has played really well as a true freshman at that quarterback spot. What stands out about his approach this week to this game and just playing in general, especially being so young?
Yeah. TJ is a young guy. I feel like he's gonna be ready. Long as us, we stay with him, tell him what we see, and he tell us what we see. He gonna be good. He bring a lot to the table, what he can do. His arm strength, he can get the ball where it needs to be in tight windows. And I feel like he's gonna be really good for this game. Even though it's gonna be a big environment, I think he's ready for the challenge.
Well, now this team is really settling in with TJ at quarterback. So what are the things that the offense needs to focus on to continue excelling and keeping this momentum going?
Yeah, I say we just need to work on staying consistent. Blocking, catching the ball, getting north and south instead of going east and west. If we do that, I feel like can't nobody stop it. We run the ball good, O-linemen doing their job. We just got to keep it going.
Okay, lastly, the next game up, Texas A&M after Thanksgiving, and you've been through a roller coaster of emotions with that game with the overtime loss and then the blowout win last year since you've been here at LSU. So what's the mood like surrounding this team going into this game, especially trying to get to those back-to-back wins?
I feel like we just, like I said, just got to be ready for the game. Like I say, we know what it's gonna be going into that game, and I think we're ready for it. Coach will appreciate it enough. We know how it's gonna be. So we know we can't say nothing else about it. We just gotta go in there, come back with the victory.
Well, thank you so much, Jaray, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this week's Inside the Huddle, presented by Community Coffee, the state coffee of Louisiana and official coffee of the LSU Tigers.